Welcome to the CyberFed Show. I'm Dan Manson. I teach computer information systems at Cal Poly Pomona. Each week, this broadcast will cover the world of cybersecurity competitions, similar to a sports show. We believe cybersecurity competitions are like a sport. In these shows, we drill down into competitions and provide stories, scores, and statistics. We believe those that participate in competitions are cyber athletes with the same training, passion, and coolness, plus a few additions. The opportunities for these athletes to go pro is much greater, and in our world today, we are falling behind our real competition. We continue this week with highlights from our live coverage of the Western Regional Collegiate Cyber Defense Competition. This week, we talk about what it is like to have a new team and be a new coach in WRCCDC. Welcome back to the 9th Annual Western Regional Collegiate Cyber Defense Competition. I'm Dan Manson, and with me is Alex Keller. Alex is the coach for Stanford University, and this is the first year in CCDC for Stanford. Alex, congratulations on being in CCDC your first time out.
Well, thank you very much. It's a real honor to be here, and all the credit goes to the team. I just helped get them here, basically.
How did you hear about this competition? What's your background? Did you have any connection to this competition before?
No prior background or no prior connection with this competition. My background is I've been doing systems administration and security for the last 15 or so years, and security's been a passion of mine. And we know a mutual friend and colleague, and he gave me your contact information, and I actually reached out to you, and I think I said something to the effect of, well, maybe we could put together a team for next year. And I think you responded, well, why not put together a team this year? So one thing led to another, and we came back from winter break on January 4th. That was a Monday, and we submitted a team roster, and we competed in the Invitational 5 days later that Saturday, and then we went on to compete in the qualifier on the 30th. And here we find ourselves at our third competition.
Well, sometimes schools ask me, when should I play? When will I know I'm ready? And I say, if you wait till you know you're ready, you're waiting way too long. So you did the right thing by just jumping in.
Well, I really appreciate the encouragement, and I'm glad that we did that, and I'm really happy to be here.
In fact, let's look at the scores. So the latest scores we have Stanford in 4th place and a few hundred behind Berkeley. You're doing very well the first time out.
Well, I think maybe we're advantaged by the fact that we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into, to be entirely honest, and we don't presume to understand how all this works, and so maybe there's a little less pressure on us to do well.
So what did you tell your students about the competition? How did you explain it to them?
Well, I think the participating in the Invitational and the qualifier was of great benefit. It's not the same as a physical environment like this, but it certainly helped prepare us. We spent as much time as we possibly could training. This is actually our finals week, so some of the students who came down, 3 of the students left their final with their bags and went straight to San Francisco International. So I'm pretty impressed with their commitment to train and to train and study for their finals all in the same week, and then jump on a plane and come down here to Pomona.
I'm very impressed too. Have any of them played in any other cyber competitions of any type, any capture the flags or even a hackathon?
We have a couple of members who have participated in those sorts of events, but we've never participated in a team event like this. And but we're really excited about, we're even starting to talk about what next year will look like and preparing for that. So we're really pleased that we're competitive this year, but we're already thinking about 2016, 2017, to be honest.
Wonderful. We really do want more teams competing in Northern Cal. We'd like Nevada, more in Arizona. Actually, in the qualifiers this year, we did have Arizona State playing for the first time. We had San Diego State playing for the first time.
Yep.
And then Stanford and UCR were the ones playing for the first time that made it to the regionals. What is it that you think your students will take away from this competition?
You know, honestly, before we took a picture outside before we walked in this morning at 9 a.m. and I told them that I didn't care how they did in this competition in terms of the ranking. If we can get the students really excited about this field and generate you know, a lot of excitement and passion around, go back to campus, realize all the stuff that we need to work on and build on that, then, you know, I've done my job. And that's really what I'm excited about. We have a kind of a fledgling applied cybersecurity group that's taken off at Stanford that's mostly comprised of undergrads, some graduate students. And that's really where this team came out of. And so I'm interested in getting back to campus after this and continuing to foster this for the year to come.
What is the role of a coach in this competition?
Well, I didn't know until now. I've never really done any coaching like this. In part, it's a lot of logistics. You know, getting everybody down here, getting people together. You know, reserving rooms to train in. I mean, there's a lot of kind of details and drudge work that's involved in organizing a team like this. But it's incredibly, you know, it's also incredibly rewarding. And like I said before, it's just an honor to be here and an honor to work with these students. What does it involve? You know, we're kind of flying by night on this one. We've never been in a competition like this before, so we're making it up as we go. And we created some run books. We did some things in the invitational that help inform, you know, a different approach in the qualifiers, and we've kind of built on that and iterated. And I get the feeling, talking to some of the other coaches and some of the other teams, that that's par for the course. You learn how to do a couple things well, and then you realize where your deficiencies are, and then you continue to kind of iterate and improve. I'd also like to thank John Girth, who is he is the security lead for the computer science department in electrical engineering department at Stanford University. He couldn't make it down for this trip, but he co-coached with me, and so I want to definitely give him credit. He was a huge reason for our success today.
Very good. I think we have a score update. It looks like UAT has just taken the lead.
Wow.
So this is something that's been going on all day today, maybe going on all day tomorrow too, where we see teams switching. So Stanford is definitely a factor in this competition.
Yeah, watching the scoreboard is a little nerve-wracking, and I've learned that you don't want to get too excited about anything. You know, you want to wait for the scores to kind of settle out before you get too excited, because it is incredibly dynamic. And I understand that the scoring, the dynamic scoring that's up on the board, is a new thing this year. So I think that's fantastic, because it really keeps people like me and others that are here as kind of observers really a lot more into the competition.
One of the things that we've seen over the years is we don't have enough for coaches to do.
Right.
So you can be involved with the presentations.
Sure.
You know, you can have limited visibility of the competition, but I do think that the scoreboard is a step in the right direction to make it more of a watchable competition. Now, are there times you wish you could just call a timeout and call your team over and have a huddle?
Absolutely. I've read the rules, and I know I can't do that. But you know, it's just a joy to see them operating on their own and doing what they do best. And I'm just happy to be here and happy to be a part of this.
Alex, it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you. We look forward to having Stanford back.
Thank you for having us. We're excited to be here, and we most certainly will be back.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Please go to our CyberFed YouTube channel to view all current and past episodes. I'm Dan Manson. See you next week.